Oh, gotta unmute the mic. But shout this! It's you! Oh my goodness! Welcome.
It's me. I am here.
Oh, it is
Made
wonderful
it.
to have you here. Oh, thank you. And I must say that I'm a huge fan of that hat right there that you got
Thank
going.
you. Tis the season, right?
To be jolly.
Gotta, you know it. Gotta do this thing, you know.
Well, I mean, I've seen your Twitter profile picture, and you're sporting the hat. Although I don't see you sporting the beard right now. What's up with that?
Well, both the hat and the beard aren't real in that picture. So,
Are you kidding me? Because
don't
it
actually
looked
have-
real. It looked real to me.
I know it looks spot on. It's just my expert Photoshop skills applying those graphics to my famous emote, which I can see
I
is
never would have
in
guessed
the
that was
chat.
Photoshop.
You know, expert skills. That's really what it's all about. So.
Well, I don't know if you've been watching so far, Shogun.
Of course.
Or not Shogun and
Whoa.
Shout This. Sorry.
Whoa.
These SHs are getting me, man.
Of course I've been watching. You kidding me? I gotta be watching this. Yeah, I am super excited. So yeah, Crown and Jewels and Spectral now. That should be interesting. You know, like you were talking about previously, Spectral's kind of been on the downward slope as it stands right now. They managed to qualify due to their performance over the past few weeks, but I'll be honest with you, if we're looking at the last 3 weeks, if we're looking at what these teams have done, Crown and Jewels, formerly Peace Hater, formerly Supersonic Stars, formerly whatever you want to call them, Crown and Jewels is really starting to encroach on the top of the bracket, like the very top teams now. So I'm a little interested to see how this goes.
Well, this is a very important match. This is an advancement match. So from this point on, every game that we cast will be advancement matches, meaning that the winners of these matches secure their spot in the Pro League.
Oh yes, only the best teams now trying to advance, and it looks like everybody's in. This will be good.
Yes, it will. As we have kickoff here, our second advancement match, we've got Spectral versus Crown and Jewels.
I am very excited. I haven't seen... I mean, I haven't really casted a lot of Crown and Jewels lately, mainly because a lot of the stuff that's been going on recently has been qualifiers and open brackets and things like that, and I knew that they were already this far in.
Wow, what a shot! That was a powerful shot there. You see it bouncing right off the corner. Not a good clear. Both players from Spectral not able to get the clear, setting it up for Yeezy, who just pounds that one into the net.
Really just picking that perfect angle and just drilled it home, so doesn't get much better than that.
So here we go as an early goal here for Crown and Jewels. Pashy, a player that we have seen quite a bit. We know he's got mad skills.
Oh yeah.
So I will keep my eye on him as we move forward. But Remco with a good shot opportunity. Shorty trying to keep the ball in, but just sets up a good clear for Crown and Jewels.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the last time this particular squad, Crown and Jewels, at least this particular team, had really been in a dominant position was back when they had Stocky in their ranks. And that was a long time ago, especially in terms of Rocket League esports. So the fact that they're now showing a little bit more of that dominance with Pashy on board is a pretty nice sign.
Yes, Pashy is well known to be one of the top players. If you guys are familiar with the leaderboards, he was #1 in 1v1s for quite some time. I don't know if that's still true, but Pashy, a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I think the big thing with Pashy is really that 1v1 skill. He loves to break that out in the middle of play, even in these 3v3 games. So you'll see him, dish out some really expert level dribbling, ball control, and that plays forward quite a bit in matches like this, and I'm very eager to see if we see a little bit of that in this series.
Absolutely. We've seen both of these teams getting a few opportunities to score. Pashy, they're trying to hit that ball out of the mid. And Spectral keeping the pressure on. A good backboard pass to Remco, who puts it very close to on target, but just wide. But Spectral still in the offensive setup here. You can see Shorty setting up for the pass or the clear block, but both players going for it there. So not the best play by Spectral. And now Crown and Jewels able to go on the counterattack.
Yeah, everybody's kind of committing forward here. They're having a bit of a difficult time really putting some shots on net, but Crown and Jewels doing a nice job. And Sicky managed to get that in there.
You could see Shorty trying to throw his car into reverse as fast as possible, but nope, not able to do so. And the Christmas hat, the Santa hat, not looking as good on him as it does on you, and it didn't help him save that goal. So
that's a true fact right there. That is 100% true fact.
Oh, we see a face-off goal opportunity. But yeah, that Christmas hat, I like it, Sheltis. You should just wear it year-round.
You know, we'll revisit that after Christmas. We'll see how what the popular opinion is. This becomes part of my wardrobe now.
You're a man of the
but
people.
Look at this.
Oh, Pashy just having an open line to the net.
Completely leaving the gate wide open. They put everybody forward, and once they get past to Kenny, Pashy just taps it in there. No effort. That was just an easy push in for Crown and Jewels. And I mean, jeez, that was a very easy goal.
Yeah, this is not looking like an incredibly close game so far. You'd think that these teams would be neck and neck given the fact that both of them have made it all the way to in a Pro League advancement match. Lots of games, lots of tournament matches have led up to this series, to this game. The winner of this match gets their spot into the Pro League. So they've had to fight their way here. And it's surprising to see Crown and Jewels having such a dominant performance right out of the gate.
You know, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Based off what I've seen out of Spectral so far, it's not as surprising as I thought it would be. You know, I certainly am of the party that I was hoping it would be a much closer game. But just what I've seen out of Spectral lately and what I've seen from Crown and Jewels lately, maybe it's not as surprising as we thought. You know, just based on how they've been playing. So I'd be eager to. I mean, I'm hoping that maybe this is just game one syndrome, and maybe, you know, Spectral will figure out their pattern, figure out what they have to do against Crown and Jewels, and pull this off going forward in this series. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, a missed clear there, and the ball's still rolling around in the mid. Crown and Jewels. Sicky having a shot attempt there, not able to put it on net. Sometimes those ones where it's wide open are the hardest ones to hit.
It is. That's that open net syndrome.
Yep. But you can see a lot of demos coming out as well. Just so many demos in this matchup.
It is. I think they're mistakenly thought this was a Demolition Derby game and not, you know, Rocket League. But whatever it might be, they had a good demo in the net earlier there. The goal that was turned aside by Sicky, and I think they just couldn't get it on net in time. You have a very short window to take advantage of a demolition, so being able to do it can be very important, and I've seen demos certainly turn the tide of games before.
Yep, in both good and bad ways. Going for the demo and missing leaves your team open quite a bit. But so far, a very commanding performance here by Crown and Jewels. Another goal-scoring opportunity. But still no danger for Crown and Jewels at all as they easily take this game one in this advancement match.
Yeah, they definitely do. And you can see it not even just in the score line, but also in how they're playing the game. You know, it really hasn't taken much effort for them to win that game. They looked good. They played well. So no big surprise there, personally. I think they just knew what they were doing and got it done, period.
Yeah. A decent amount of offense coming out from both sides there. More shots coming out from Crown and Jewels, but really it's surprising to see that many shots coming out from Spectral without even getting a goal. So that just tells you that they're not able to get as quality attempts on net as Crown and Jewels. So we'll have to see more opportunities pan out for Spectral moving forward, and they're really going to have to bring out the big guns and start scoring some goals.
Yeah, they do. I think the aggression has to turn up quite a bit. You know, they went into that game one probably just trying to figure out what they were facing with Crown and Jewels. I don't know how much experience they have personally playing against Crown and Jewels. It may not be very much. And I'm sure that, especially with what we've seen so far, there was a nice demo in net, that they've probably adopted a little bit of that swarm style from Pashy joining the team, which was a very aggressive style of play. So trying to contend with that can be very difficult if you're not used to it.
So far, both of these teams struggling for possession here. A great block by Yeezy, and this ball is going to roll out right in net.
Oh.
And Remco tries to hit that over the board. but ends up just knocking that into the net. So really a clutch block by Yeezy there. Remco thinking that he had to get there first, otherwise risking the goal. We will never know. But he ended up just scoring an own goal there as Crown and Jewels goes up 1-0 in this game. But an early response from Shorty.
Wow, right off the kickoff, just picking up that little pop-up shot there. That's just really nice awareness to make sure you're right there, fresh off the kickoff to take advantage of that shot. And Shorty does it really well. I mean, I was going to say that early goal can be a bit of a momentum killer, but tying it up that quickly kind of reverses any of those negative effects.
Yep, and a great block by Shorty, who has an opportunity to put it on net, isn't able to do so. Does pop it out in mid, giving his team an opportunity to score. Still not able to capitalize. Shorty doesn't have a lot of boost here. It will be a tough save, and he's not able to do so.
That is exactly what I was talking about. If we watch Pesci again on this, look at this ball control. He follows it the whole way and gives it this little extra tap, floats it right over Shorty's head and puts it away. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's what I thought Pesci was going to break out. Not quite the elaborate dribbling that you might see in a 1v1, but just those little bits of it here and there can really pay off in a 3v3 game.
Absolutely, and you could see there just no boost there. It was a very difficult save from TJ, so not surprising to see Pesci play that perfectly and put that ball where Shorty could not get to. But no, another opportunity. Sicky there gets hit into the corner and ends up getting the save, so fortunate for him there.
Yeah, everything just got shut down on that goal attempt, and there was Yeezy trying to push it upfield again. But a lot of pretty good attempts for Spectral all just got denied on that play.
So you can see here Sicky taking the defensive position, having full boost there. You can see because he did not trigger that pad driving over it. So he's got a lot of boost here to work with. Going up, does get a good hit into the mid. Shorty's going to have to play this well. Looks like a good block by Pesci. But Remco with a solid clear into the corner. Good ball into the mid.
Could have been a risky back and forth. And
oh, wow.
Look at the power behind this shot from practically midfield, too. I mean, I think this was really impressive. Not even a pinch. He just drills it.
Yep, and Shorty could not get back in time. So a great breakout. That is a play that you see a lot of the top teams do. A lot of times you're not going to be able to clear the ball out if you just hit it yourself up the wall. But if you can hit it to your teammate for the deflection, then you have a lot better chance. And you can see there that Yeezy actually putting that one in net. So phenomenal play by Crown and Jewels. Great teamwork.
Yeah, definitely. You can see they're still relying a little bit on that demolition play. It's something I actually saw out of Swarm when they were together, was a lot of demo play in certain games. Because there's only certain teams you can really get away with that with. Spectral may be one of them. This is not a strategy they could use against, say, SK Gaming or Flipside Tactics, for example. But it can work against certain teams who don't quite know how to counter it or aren't quite able to punish the way those teams are.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, guys, if your favorite team is competing right now, this is the upper bracket or the winner's bracket advancement match. The winner of this team secures their spot in the Pro League. The loser of this match, though, will have another opportunity to play in an advancement match to get into the league. So you guys check out the website for the full brackets, but it's not over if your team loses here. We've got 2 more advancement matches coming up after this that will determine who is all going to be in the Pro League.
Yeah, and I remember I got asked in the chat earlier about why we're doing a 16, or why we're doing a double elimination tournament for the qualifier, and I think that really just has to do with the fact that we want the best of the best.
Absolutely.
We don't want teams that are just good in that series. If you're worth getting into the Pro League, then you can make it through a double elim bracket. Period. You know, that's what we're looking for.
Absolutely. We want to take as much luck out of it as possible. Make it all skill. And an open net opportunity. Not enough juice put on that ball. If only Shogun here was to juice that one a little bit more, then Dakini would have had a goal there.
Yeah, Dakini tried to put that in, and Sicky just managed to cut it off right at the pass. It was just too slow. Didn't put enough mustard on it. You got to put more mustard on those shots if you want to try to beat your defense.
I prefer ketchup, but we'll leave that alone for now.
Well, relish the thought.
Beautiful, beautiful. But anyway, we've got both players, Shorty and DeKinney, going up for that ball, not able to do it. But still Remco there to save the day and put on the offensive pressure here. A pass out into the mid, Yeezy breaking that up.
Really good clear there. Sends it out to midfield, puts it off to the side too, so he didn't even center that shot. Well, I don't know what Sicky Zen was doing, just a little bit of backflipping. I didn't quite get punished, though.
You could see Sicky there just driving on the wall. DeKinney was waiting for it to get hit out, but no. They were not going to make the mistake of passing that out in the mid, so good mind game type play there. And it looks like Crown and Jewels is going to take game number 2 in this advancement match. So very, very good showing so far from Crown and Jewels. And they are one game closer to securing their spot in the Pro League, just needing one more victory and somehow scoring 3 goals on 2 shots.
Yeah, that's some skilled play right there, I'm going to tell you. But to be perfectly honest, I mean, I thought could it have had something to do with that, game 1 syndrome as to why Spectral ended up losing that first game. But after watching this game, clearly that's not the case. It's really just looking that Crown and Jewels might be the superior team here. But it's not over yet. And we have seen teams who look dominant in the first 2 games start kind of let their guard down a bit and end up getting taken advantage of. So it's possible that Spectral could pull off the
reverse
upset here.
Sweep. Yeah, we've seen reverse sweeps happen several times. Especially in Rocket Royale events, we've seen the reverse sweep happen. It's devastating if it happens to you, but they're not too uncommon. Once you start getting that momentum, you pick up that first game, then that second one, then you're even and you're ready to go. So I would not be surprised, since it is a best of 5, to see the reverse sweep be a possibility. But now is the time for Spectral to show up. They've got to win this game, or they will get sent into the losers bracket, where they'll still have the opportunity to play in, but Crown and Jewels will have punched their ticket into the Pro League.
Yeah, and I honestly expected Crown and Jewels to qualify, assuming that they're going to make it past here in one point or another. I have a good feeling about that. And oh, look at that shot, just goes off the wrong spot on the crossbar. But they've looked so good lately, and they've been getting a lot of really solid wins. They've been looking a little bit more true to form. So I'm actually kind of excited to see them in Pro League, to be honest. There's a lot of competition that they haven't had lately that I think they both need and deserve.
Well, any team with Pesci on it is going to be a formidable opponent.
Oh, for sure.
So we'll go into the bird's eye camera here and watch as Spectral tries to make something happen in the orange zone. Shorty trying to get the hit into the corner, but it looks like a little bit of a dud there. DeKinney trying to hit that, but ends up popping it straight up and giving Pesci an opportunity to score. Pesci puts it on net, punishing DeKinney there for that messed up hit. You could see Pesci just set up perfectly, goes for the aerial, gets it past all the players on Spectral, and that was not a beautiful goal, but a goal nonetheless, as Pesci puts his squad up 1-0.
Yeah, he just picked his spot, put it into a point where he thought nobody would be able to get to it, and he happened to be right, and nobody was able to get to that ball in time. So just good awareness on his part to try to pick the best place to put the ball. That's something we see a lot from Pesci, is his shots on net do tend to go into ideal locations. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it's pretty good. So at the very least, it sets up a nice rebound.
Absolutely. And we see here an offensive attempt here by Spectral, who is seems to be unraveling now.
I mean, if you just watch this, like, if you compare these two teams side by side.
Oh my goodness. That almost was devastatingly not a goal.
Wow, yeah, I mean, just as I'm about to explain why I think Spectral's not really delivering here, they nearly have that happen and nearly don't get the goal that they absolutely should have gotten. So thankfully they got that, but I will still say, because I'm still seeing it, the intensity isn't quite the same. Just watching them play, it feels like Crown and Jewels is coming into this game with much more intensity than their opponents. And Pesci, right there, very quick response goal.
Yep, Shorty needing to get a big clear here, doesn't get that clear, and no one's back for Spectral to help him out there. You can see Remco trying to come back but just not a great clear, leading to an open shot by Pesci. And when you got no defense back, that's what's going to happen. So Pesci punishing Spectral for that positioning.
Yeah, it's a very risky type of maneuver, especially if you're going to go in on a big clear attempt and not get everything behind it. And you just saw exactly what happens when you do that. You get punished, and you give up goals that you should not be giving up. Really, you can't afford to give them up either.
Not in this series, not when you've put in so much work to get so far and you're so close to getting into the Pro League. You can't be giving up goals like that. You see what happens when you do, referring back to that Supersonic Avengers My XMG game, but we won't get too much into that now. If you guys missed it, you'll have to catch it on the VOD. But in here now we've got Spectral versus Crown and Jewels. Crown and Jewels just dominating so far. Although DeKinney with a solid shot.
Right as you say that, DeKinney comes in. It's nice play forward. TJ Shorty tries to put it in, and Yeezy does manage to stop it, but doesn't clear it out, which is more just along the lines of, hey, I got my car in front of the ball, but couldn't really do anything with it. So good awareness on DeKinney's part to follow that up, get a good rebound goal, and we're tied up again, and here comes the demo.
So an open shot opportunity for DeKinney, not able to make good contact there. Pesci trying to get this ball out, putting it out into the mid for his teammate, but DeKinney there to put it back in off the backboard. However, nobody from Spectral there to take advantage. Shorty with a very big 50-50 win there, trying to pass it off the backboard to Remco. Remco to DeKinney. DeKinney comes up and dunks it in for a fantastic team play there. Wonderful play.
Yeah, this is just spectacular. You see the play off the backboard there. Remco sets it up. Here comes DeKinney. Everybody involved in that shot in one point or another. I mean, that's the kind of team play you need to bring and you need to show in this type of environment, because this is where it all really counts. And a win here could be a big momentum shift for Spectral.
Yep, Spectral's going to have to approach this one game at a time. They are with their back to the wall. If they lose at any point from now on, they are moving down into the loser's bracket. So they're just wanting to focus one game at a time, take each game as it comes, and not try to focus too much on the fact that they have to win 3 in a row.
Yeah, it's all the mental game too. You know, if they do lose here, if they do end up going to that lower bracket and getting another shot, they've got to be able to find that mental game to go into this again, because they've already done this one more time.
And a laser beam from Yeezy.
Just precision.
So you can see
Oh, God, yeah.
That was a good block attempt, and it bounced right off the corner. Those are pretty devastating when they bounce right to a team, but really, we've seen those opportunities come up for Spectral as well, but Crown and Jewels has been capitalizing on those moments a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, and they have. I mean, the corner is an evil, evil monster. I begin to think that's like the worst thing in Rocket League is balls that go into the corner, because you never really know where they're going to wind up. You think you do, but then they go completely other direction. 90%
of the time you're right, but that 10% where it kicks out and you're like, what the hell? You know?
Yeah. Like, how did you do that?
And then it results in goals like that. So fortunate here for Crown and Jewels as they tie it up. We've seen all of these matches have been relatively close, but Crown and Jewels has just been that much better, just a little bit better in allowing them to take the victory in every game, which seems like now that they are tied up, momentum's a little bit in their corner, and they will be able to push this through, potentially taking this game 3, securing their spot in the Pro League.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they can pull it off, because while the momentum may start to tilt a little bit, there is that kind of dire straits scenario that plays into the mind for Spectrals. They know they're on the verge. They don't want to have to do this all over again. They just want to win and go home. But as it stands right now they're going to have to do it with an overtime, as if you needed more pressure.
Yeah.
Golden goal time.
For Crown and Jewels, if they score, they have punched their ticket into the Pro League. So you know Crown and Jewels is playing with a ton of ferocity, a ton of aggression. They want to get this in a dribble opportunity for Sicky. He puts it out into the mid. Somebody for Crown and Jewels has to be up. Yeezy gets the goal. What a play! Punching their ticket into the Pro League with a phenomenal play. My goodness, I can't believe that shot.
That was as good as it gets. I mean, Pesci playing it out of the corner. Sicky carries it around the net, and then Yeezy sweeps in to get the finishing dunk. I mean, it really does not get much better than that in what was apparently a 2v2.
Oh my goodness.
that I don't think
Finishing,
that's
I'm going to
actually
save
accurate.
that replay. That was, my goodness, that was a way to finish in style. Shogun, that shot was an awesome upside down freestyle goal there by Yeezy. And really punching their ticket. We've now got 2 teams for EU that have made it into the Pro League. We've got My XMG, who have gotten their spot, and now Crown and Jewels, who will be joining SK and Flipside. But that's not all. We've got 2 more teams, 2 more spots left in the Pro League for these EU teams to fight for.
Yeah, I mean, the teams that are making it in so far are teams that I kind of expected to make it this far, to be really honest with you. You know, Crown and Jewels has been on a tear lately. They've won several ESL tournaments. They've been just logging up big win after big win, and now they're going to have a chance to really compete again with the big dogs. Like, this is going to be the biggest competition they've had in a long time. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out. And my XMG, been a little hot and cold, but usually more hot than cold. So this could be a good opportunity for them to show what they've got. They used to be Kapow, for anybody who didn't know that, but now they've got this opportunity to really shine. So I'm very interested to see if they can manage that.
Yep, so 2 teams, unfortunately for them, they were hot when it counted most and got their way in. We can see here that Crown and Jewels will be moving past Spectral. So we've got My XMG and Spectral in, but that's not all. We've got 2 more fantastic advancement matches coming up very soon. As soon as these teams are ready, we'll get that going. But you can see there, Supersonic Avengers will be playing the winner of Comrade Gaming and Noble Esports. And both of those teams will then fight for their spot in the Pro League. So we're going to go to a short break, guys, while we get that organized. If you need to go grab a snack, do that now. We will be back very soon with our 3rd EU advancement match of the day. So make sure that you guys are nearby when we start.
Don't go far.
Yeah, don't go far.